Hello again, everybody, and welcome into another edition of Minecraft Battles. Alongside my broadcast colleague, Ken Long, I'm John Willer, and this tournament is between the Overworld mobs. Ken, what can you tell us about the first quarterfinal matchup between the Vindicator and the Skeleton?
Well, John, Vindicators are likely to call for help from other Vindicators when attacked by mobs. Their axe attack disables the player's shield for 5 seconds, so while giving chase, the Vindicator brandishes its axe and sprints. Vindicators are hostile toward players, iron golems, adult villagers, and wandering traders.
Sounds like the Skeleton is going to have his hands full with the Vindicator here today, Ken. Tell us, what can you tell us about the Skeleton? Does he have a chance against the Vindicator?
Well, look, John, as we've seen so far in Minecraft battles, anybody on any given day has a chance to win. Now, having said that, the Skeleton is going to have to use his attacks carefully. They can use their bows even underwater, but as we know, Minecraft battles isn't underwater. Generally, they're weak to sunlight and will burn when exposed. They're going to have to be wise with those bows. They're going to have to move around and get at the Vindicator with those bows and arrows and get them very hard at the beginning to have a chance to win against the Vindicator, John. It's going to be an exciting day overall.
Indeed it will, Ken. We have some more exciting quarterfinal matchups coming up after this one. We got the Creeper versus the Iron Golem, the Spider versus the Zombie, and the Silverfish versus the Ravager. So here we go for this first quarterfinal matchup between the Vindicator and the Skeleton as they both face each other off. And the match is underway as the Skeletons have their arrows ready. They're firing as the Vindicators take charge with those axes. They're knocking down a couple Skeletons, but the Vindicators are going down as well from the arrows from the Skeletons. The Skeletons are getting good shots in on the Vindicators. The Vindicators are running around trying to axe, hit and run. The Skeletons are going down by the head. I don't know how much longer they can hold on here, Ken.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the Skeletons here at all. The axes are just flying here.
There's only one Skeleton left as the Vindicators swarm it. And that's it, folks. The Vindicators have won.
Great job by the Vindicators to attack, swarm them, and get in there with those axes and get the victory, John.
All right, so the Vindicator moves on to the semifinals where they await the winner of the next matchup between the Creeper and the Iron Golem. Ken, what can you tell us about the Creeper?
So the Creeper is definitely a one-of-a-kind-like style mob, as the Creeper is a common hostile mob that silently approaches players and then explodes, which can destroy blocks and kill players. Due to its distinctive appearance and unique and destructive method of attack, the Creeper has become one of the most iconic mobs of Minecraft.
Yeah, Ken, the Creeper is definitely one of the most iconic mobs of Minecraft, but he is going against the Iron Golem, who many consider today's favorite in the tournament. Ken, what can you tell us about the Iron Golem? I mean, he's just an indestructible force, it seems like.
Yeah, John, no doubt the Creeper is going to have his hands full with the Iron Golem. You know, the Iron Golem is just a buildable neutral mob that attacks monsters with its arms, knocking them into the air. I mean, those arms just swing up and down. It's hard to go against a mob like this because, you know, those arms swing up and down. They're so strong. They're very hard to bring down as well. You know, it's going to be a tough day for the Creeper, but we'll see what this iconic mob can do.
Yeah, Ken, it's definitely one of the more anticipated quarterfinal matchups we have here today. Let's head down to the field and get ready for this quarterfinal matchup between the Creeper and the Iron Golem.
Nothing like a big matchup here, John. I can't wait. The anticipation is just building.
Indeed it is, Ken. The two are staring each other down, awaiting for the opening bell, and there it is. As the match is officially underway, the two attack each other. The Iron Golem takes a big swipe as he lands up in the air and then comes back down. He takes more big swipes. I don't think the Creeper has any answer for the Iron Golem, as the Iron Golem is just overpowering the Creeper. Another swipe at the last Creeper, and that's it. The Iron Golem has won decisively here, folks. So the Iron Golem moves on to the quarterfinals where he'll face off against the Vindicator. Our next quarterfinal matchup is between the Spider and the Zombie. And Ken, what can you tell us about the Spider?
John, an aggressive spider pounces at close range. They can attack and also bite in midair too, so you gotta watch out for that. They're also immune to poison. Hostile spiders see up to 16 blocks, continuing to chase even when exposed to well-lit locations. So the spider has some attributes that can achieve victory here today.
And across from him on the other side is the Zombie. Ken, what can you tell us about the Zombie?
John, zombies are undead mobs, harmed by the status effect healing, healed by the status effect instant damage, and are unaffected by regeneration and poison. They are generally weak to sunlight and will burn when exposed. They attack villagers, and they can always see villagers through walls.
Ken, who do you like here?
I don't know, John, this is a close one. I'm gonna have to give the edge to the zombie, though. If they swarm the spiders like expected, then they should come away with the win.
Yeah, Ken, as we know, anything can happen here on Minecraft Battles, as we've seen before, as they stare each other off and the match is underway. The spiders make a quick attack here. They meet at half field. They're on the other side of the zombies as the spiders are swarming in. Now the zombies are taking over, though. They're eliminating a lot of the spiders with those swipes down. The zombies are just overwhelming the spiders. The spiders are trying to hang in there, but I think the zombies are too much for them to handle. There's only a couple left. And now here we're down to the last spider as the zombies swarm it. And there's the win, folks, for the zombies. Easy and decisive once again.
Yeah, John, just as expected, the zombies were just too much to handle for the spiders.
So the zombie moves into the semifinals, awaiting the winner of our next and last quarterfinal matchup between the Silverfish and the Ravager. Ken, what can you tell us about the Silverfish?
Well, the silverfish attack players, iron golems, snow golems, and call other silverfish in the area upon being hit. When they suffer poison damage or damage inflicted by the player and survive, they cause other silverfish within an area to break out of their infested blocks.
Moving on to the Ravager, who seems very vicious by appearance purposes alone. Ken, what can you tell us about the Ravager and what he has to do to defeat the Silverfish?
Well, yeah, John, the Ravager is a scary-looking mob by appearances purposes. They attack by ramming enemies with their head, dealing a knockback of 5 blocks. Ravagers also attack by opening and closing their mouths, similar to biting their target. When Ravagers see a villager and an iron golem together, they always prioritize villagers unless they are already attacking an iron golem. They can also attack certain block types by charging into them.
Should be an interesting matchup here indeed, Ken. Again, I just can't get over that look of the Ravager. Look at that face right there. Intimidation at its finest.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be looking across at that.
So the two competitors are on the field getting ready to face off in this last quarterfinal matchup. It's the Silverfish versus the Ravager. The match is underway as the Ravager charges at the Silverfish, knocking out the first few, but the Silverfish are swarming the Ravager. The Ravager is taking tremendous punishment. The Silverfish are just underneath the Ravager, pummeling him. He's trying to knock out a few silverfish, but the silverfish are just overpowering him. This is unbelievable here. Good strategy by the silverfish to all come together, and they're just putting damage after damage after damage onto the Ravager. The Ravager, again, he's trying to knock out some, and he is doing that, but the silverfish are just too much. They're working so well together, swarming that Ravager, and indeed, the silverfish are just hanging in there. The Ravager still keeps trying to pummel some of them out. This is gonna be a close matchup here, folks. The silverfish are just swarming them. The Ravager is trying to bull ahead, and the Ravager takes a fall over, and that's it. The silverfish have won.
What a great team effort by the Silverfish there, John. Really, really great strategy and teamwork.
So the Silverfish move on to the semifinals, and they will take on the Zombie as we get ready for the Final Four and our first semifinal matchup between the Vindicator and the Iron Golem. Ken, how do you see this matchup playing out?
Well, John, this is the axe of the Vindicator versus the chop of the Iron Golem, right? So, the Vindicator is going to have to use that axe attack just like he did against the skeleton in that first quarterfinal matchup. If the Vindicator can just keep on going and swinging that axe and dodge those chops of the Iron Golem, then the Vindicator will have victory and success today.
So tell us, Ken, what can the Iron Golem do to avoid those axe attacks by the Vindicator?
Well, John, what he's going to have to do first, the Iron Golem is going to have to avoid those axe attacks, but he's going to have to stick and move, I think. If he can avoid those axe chops, and then he can come and chop down with both of his long arms and use that range he's got. The Vindicator doesn't have too much range with the axe as you would think, just because of the Iron Golem's long arms. So, he's got to be ready to swing away, move, swing again. This is a great matchup, John. I just can't wait.
Yeah, as we saw in their first quarterfinal matchups, Ken, each of them, the Vindicator and the Iron Golem, were very dominant against their opponents. So this is a very intriguing semifinal matchup here. This could very well be a final championship matchup, but unfortunately, the way the bracket fell, these two are meeting here in the semifinals. And this is a treat, folks. This is going to be one for the ages, I think. And the fans here are in anticipation of this one. This is just such a great atmosphere. The two stare down each other, and we get ready for this matchup to begin. And away we go as they both attack each other at midfield quickly. The Iron Golems are swiping, but the Vindicators are swiping away with those axes. The Vindicators are getting knocked out, but they're also knocking out the Iron Golems, and the Vindicators win. That ended up quickly as the Vindicators swiped away and got the victory.
Yeah, Vindicators hung in there and swung away with those axes to seal that victory.
So the Vindicator moves on to the finals as they await the winner of the next semifinal matchup between the Zombie and the Silverfish. Ken, what can you tell us about this matchup between the Zombie and the Silverfish? They both came away with great quarterfinal victories.
Yeah, John, the Zombie was able to withstand that swarm of the spiders and was just chopping away at the spiders and eventually knocked them down. The Silverfish are going to do the same thing as they did against the Ravager, and the Silverfish worked great together. I think a little bit better than the spiders did against the zombies, rather. So, the Zombie is going to have to stick and move, I think, and try to get out of that swarm. I think the Silverfish are going to do the same thing they did against the Ravager. They're just going to swarm around the Zombie and just try and chop him down at the feet. The Zombie, though, is going to have to swipe down as hard as he can, as fast as he can, to get the Silverfish out of there. This is another interesting matchup, John. What a great day of tournament this has been.
Indeed it has, Ken. This tournament has been great. A capacity crowd here on hand. And thanks again for those of you watching here on Minecraft Battles. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you can see the great tournaments we have coming up in the future. Also, leave a comment, tell us your favorite mob, tell us your favorite matchup of the tournament so far, and maybe give us some of your dream matchups that you would like to see in the future. As we head back to the field, getting ready for this semifinal matchup, the Zombie and the Silverfish, the match begins, and the Zombie is on the attack, but now they're slowly spreading out. This is great strategy here, as the Ravager only had one, the Zombies have 5 here, as they're spreading out. So now the Silverfish have to take and spread out themselves. They can't swarm on just one and focus on one. Now they have to spread out themselves. This might be the strategy that is needed against the Silverfish. But now it is the Silverfish who are fighting back. They have split up their team. They've sent about 3 each to the Zombies, and now they're trying to knock down the Zombies, and I think they're going to come away with the win. Unbelievable turn of events as the Silverfish head on to the finals.
Again, it's the strategy of the Silverfish who overcome and overpower their opponent for the win.
So it comes down to this, folks. It's the finals, the Vindicator versus the Silverfish. Ken, we've been waiting all day for this one. Give us your analysis and your thoughts on this matchup.
Well, John, we couldn't have asked for a better matchup in the finals than these two competitors right here, the Vindicator and the Silverfish. Now, the Vindicator has used that axe well all day long, so the Silverfish are going to have to watch out for that. But the Silverfish, as we've seen in the first 2 matchups, they can do it against a single big competitor. They can also do it against multiple competitors. So, what the mob of the Silverfish is going to have to do is just adapt in-game, like they did that last game against the Zombie. This one is too close to call, John.
Yeah, Ken, I think myself, along with everybody watching and everyone here in the arena, has that same sentiment. This one is very close to call. This is what you want in a finals matchup. The anticipation, the unknown, any side could win. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and give us your thoughts on this finals matchup. I think it's going to be great. I love it. As we get a final look at the Silverfish in anticipation for his matchup, and we get one more look at the bracket overall as we get ready for this matchup in the finals between the Vindicator and the Silverfish. They both face off against one another, and away we go. The Vindicators are attacking with force as they swarm all over. They're jumping and they're swiping their axes, but the Silverfish are swarming once again, each individually. It's kind of one-on-one here, folks, as you will, as we got about 3 to 4 Silverfish swarming on the Vindicators. Now the Vindicators are trying to run around and get one swarm all together, but the Silverfish are attacking so relentlessly, I don't know if the Vindicator can come away, and there it is! The Silverfish have won it all!
Yep, there's that teamwork we've seen all day from the Silverfish, and they deserve it. They are the champions of this tournament.
The celebration, the fireworks are going off as the celebration begins for the Silverfish. As they celebrate on the field, we take another look at the bracket as the Silverfish are the champions of the Overworld mobs.
Yeah, John, they take the podium there, the fireworks going off as they get ready to accept their championship trophy. Great day overall in this tournament.
Yeah, Ken, it was another exciting day of tournament matchups. The Overworld mobs, that was the real deal today. Exciting competitors, but in the end, it was the smarter team that came away with the victory. As the Silverfish is just wiggling in celebration there as they receive their championship trophy. What a beauty that is, too. Another congratulations to the Silverfish. Until next time, for my broadcast partner, Ken Long, I'm John Willard. We'll see you in the next tournament of Minecraft Battles.